Hello YouTube fans, here again, and I figure why not? As it tends to rip off of Jaws, why not this one? Alligator. Come out in 1980, what can I say about Alligator, other than it's a good film? Now I do know originally you could find it on YouTube, the theatrical version. I do remember the director's one, a few little bits here and there. But Alligator is still a good film. You can now see it in its original widescreen format, which is pretty good because there are bits in the sewer where you see the saddle of the alligator opening its mouth. You didn't see that when it was on the full format, TV format, I should say. So it's a bit professing to see that. So where can I go with Alligator? Where can I go with it? Starts off, you've got this little girl. She's going to this, I think, on a market. She buys a baby alligator. The dad obviously is pissed when the girl goes to school. He gets this baby alligator and flushes it down the drain. I shit you not. He flushes it in the Vindaloo, the toilet. Then you got the word flying out, alligator. And you've got the idea it's 15, 16 years later, and you've got this cop. And I don't like this actor. I know he's sadly no longer with us, but I actually like this actor because he's not a pretty boy, he's not a guy with raping muscles, he's a down to earth cop. And you got the idea he's going thin. I know how that felt. I know how I felt when I was going fucking thin. And he's kind of pissed that he's going thin. There's a lot of that with people making fun at the fact that he's going thin. And there's one scene when this dickhead's going to bomb the police station and he manages to talk him out of it. And it turns out it's a fake bomb. It's a guy just seeking for attention. And then, lo and behold, he goes to investigate the death of this guy. But before that, there's another guy. He's talking to him, and there's a bit where he's making fun that he's going thin because he's bald himself. He's a typical bald man, so because it really needed. But this guy's a dick, basically, because he's there later on, he's going in the sewer and he's trying to drown these cats. Lo and behold, he's the first one to get it by the alligator. There's a bit where he's going into this place where they're doing experiments, and this is a film where I'm thinking, would they get away with this in today's era? Because there's a bit where he's talking to this guy, he thinks it's funny that these dogs are not barking, and he's saying, why can I not hear these dogs barking? And the guy just says, oh, we cut its vocal cords so we don't have to hear them bark. And I'm thinking, is that how cool scientists are? Seriously, is that how cool your typical scientists are? But you know what I mean? It's a different at a different time. It's definitely down to earth. That's what scientists are, because cool assholes. And it turns out they're doing this drug and these experiments. They're dumping them in the sewer. It's a dope experiment that makes things bigger than what they should be. You get the idea. The baby alligator is no longer a baby. It's 15 years later. It's been eating what's been dumped in the sewer, and it's now made it a big muffer, meaning a big son of a bitch. And there's a bit where you've got this guy, he's a bit of a reporter, he's a bit of a dick with our main man, the cop, and he's doing this investigation under the sewer. He's the next one to get it. Which I kind of like the Jaws 2 sort of rip-off, because then he's taking photos by accident, the time that takes photos of he's outdoing his death. And I do like one of the heads of the sign is, if you think you've seen him before, he was one that appeared in Dame of Death. You remember the movie called Dame of Death? Last Bruce Lee film ever made. The 78 one. He's the one who played the character called the Doctor. And at the end, the Bruce Lee look-alike, we all know it wasn't Bruce Lee, kicks him and he falls to his death. That's the same actor. And he basically pays a ruthless guy in this. He's doing the dope experiments and they want to keep it secret. And he meets this woman on the way who's a doctor, quite pretty to look at. And halfway through the film, you find out that this beautiful looking woman is only the little girl that bought the alligator when it was a baba. And you've got this other guy, he's a bit arrogant, he's a runner, he's a bit of a boaster, oh, I can do this, I can do that. Lo and behold, he gets it later on by the alligator. And the other bits I like. I like the fact that you use stop motion in it, as well as a bit of other effects. This, I like that. I like that. I'm a sucker for that because I feel that as a charm. Like today's era when it's fucking CGR or tassel. It was a first in the sea back in 1980. A film with not a big budget, with practical effects, puppets there, stop motion, and all this. I'm a sucker for it. I'm a sucker. So the Undertaker breaks out. It's attacking one of the head one, the one who was in Game of Death. He gets it in this. It's attacking people on the way, and it's eating and munching. And not to forget, there's a bit in it where there's this kid, he's having a birthday party, and these kids push this poor little lad into, where's it now, a swimming pool, and number all the Undertaker's there. It's not in poor taste. You see him get it, a bit of blood in the water. That's it. So I appreciate that. I feel that was a bit of ballsy move. And like I say, the woman's falling for the dad. There's a bed scene. I love the bit where she's rubbing her fingers on the bit where his hair's going thin, and he snaps up saying, yeah, I know, I'm going bald. Which is understandable. Even I felt like that when I lost my fucking hair and it went thin. It's definitely shit when your hair goes bald. So they go after it, they go into the sewer, they put this bomb, he's got a tie, there's this truck near a wheel, and he's pushing it to open it, he can't get out, and then out of luck, he gets out in the nick of time, bows up the fucking Alligator. It would say a typical happy ending, but it's that era when it was very typical. They did a sequel bait ending, and yes, I do know in 1991, they did make a sequel, and no, I'm not reviewing it, because it's a piece of fucking shit. This, on the other hand, I love this film. Again, typical sequel bait ending. What do I mean? They blow up the Alligator, the man gets the woman. Long behold, you see the water top down, a baby Alligator, tops on the sewer. Ooh, wonder what that's going to happen there. Ooh, could it be a sequel bait ending? So it is. That bit could just tim down, but it was that era when you always got your typical sequel bait ending. But nevertheless, I like Alligator. I think Alligator was a dud. It was definitely ballsy in 1980. Like, you see a kid getting eaten, you see the Alligator eating women. It doesn't give a shit. I like the fact there's some practicals, some stop motion. You already know I'm a sucker for stop motion. It's a effect you don't see anymore. It's a effect you probably never see anymore because it's too hard work and too much money put into it. Nowadays it'd be fucking CGR or tassel. So I like that. And you know what I mean? I like the fact now you can get it in widescreen. Like, the bit before the die gets eaten up, you do see the saddle effect. And you got the idea that this guy lost his partner by the Alligator. You do see him having a nightmare scene of that. Again, that's the bit you got the saddle of the Alligator. It's a dud. Yeah, you could say it's your typical Jaws rip-off, but the fact it's its own beast, the fact that this Alligator comes out, it doesn't give a fuck if there's a kid, doesn't give a fuck if there's a little dog, it will attack anything that gets in its fucking way. I respect it. So for that, without ado, a 4-star rating for me. But into them, be smart, be safe. See you later for some more movie reviews, and more things on the way. Into them. See you later.